harsh or you were very, very pleasant, it will show you the monster that's in you. That ugly person, the one that you like to pretend doesn't exist. Every one of us have it. Every single person has it. And you have to master that person. You're never, ever mastering the market. I'm never going to master the market. I'm never going to be a master of the market. You know, I am a master of me. I might go off the rails, get chemically imbalanced for a few minutes or so, cuss and rant and rave, and then it subsides and I go the other direction again. But I master me. I can't trade in a state of mania. I have to physically walk away. I can't even look at the charts because in my mind, I'm in that Russell Crowe gladiator shit. Like I'm in there. I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to lay waste to everybody. And I'm going to have a bloodlust in there. And I might do something and not feel the pain that I would feel if I was more focused, like I felt today. I seen what I was doing, and my expectation in the marketplace was not panning out. It was stalling, and stalling. And I watched it take out several PD arrays that, in my opinion, were warning signs. So that's why I said, okay, if it starts stalling again and it's not delivering when I want it to deliver, the time filter starts. It's like a little clock. You know, it's this candle or the next. So it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If it doesn't start moving for me in my favor, I'm peeling something off. And then when I take the trade lower in terms of my risk, if I had 5 contracts on or whatever it is, but at that time today, I had 5 remaining on, I took one of them off. I didn't feel at ease about it. So I took another one off. Felt no change in it. Took one more off. I said, that's it. If I'm going to take 3 off, I'm just going to take it all the way down to 1. Leave 1 on and then see what happens. And then it went down and stopped me out. Who cares? At that point, I've done the right thing. I did the right thing. I listened to my analyst, that smarter part of me that tells me what I should and shouldn't do. I allowed the trader, that is inner circle trader, to listen to the analyst, which is Michael. Michael is the person that has the shit figured out. ICT is the one out there that wants to be Russell Crowe and slay everybody. Ratchet ICT, which is who you hear on here, I got to keep him at bay because when I get manic, that's the guy that will put me in drawdown, and I got to work to fix that shit. So you're always going to be wrestling that internally because you're made up of 3 people: the analyst, the trader, and the gambler. So when I am paying attention to all these symptoms that a market condition or trade is presenting to me, if I'm distracting myself with, stupid toxic thinking, what if it does this and what if I'm wrong? Fuck that. Is it doing what I'm expecting it to do? If it's not, then what's it doing? Telling me I got to lighten the load on my position. But you're supposed to only take partials when it's moving in your favor. That's what you're aiming to do. Are you going to argue and say that taking something off to manage the emotion, the psychological position that you're wrestling with? I can't make the market go up, no matter how mad or uncomfortable or impatient I become. You can't either. But when you get caught up in that moment, it feels like that's the right thing to be worrying about. And what you're doing is you're trying any fucking way to distract yourself from the discomfort of what you're going through at that moment. That's what's really going on. That's the very thing, that piercing pain of frustration and anxiety and impatience. You're trying to distract yourself because you know what you should do and you won't. When the skilled trader, the one that's seasoned and learned how to deal with this stuff over years of doing it, lost money, lost accounts, and figured out, oh, well, These are periods where I fuck up, and I got to stop doing that. When I see times when there cannot be any hesitation, no hesitation whatsoever, you have to just know that this is the right thing to do. And if it would have run, like, well, look what happened today. It eventually went to 39.85 and thereabouts, but it didn't go there before taking my stop. It could have just kept on going higher and never went to my stop. And I could have closed the trade entirely. And I still would be talking to you like I am today, right now. Because you have to know yourself. You have to know what you're going to be thinking, how you're going to react. And young man, I'm telling you, those are not the moments where you want to pony up and cowboy up. Oh, I'm going to stick with this. Take my stop loss off, open my stop up more, trade larger into the losing position that I know is likely to materialize. You don't want to do that. It's going to feel like you should do it because you're going to treat it like a video game. And this shit ain't a video game. This stuff will put you in Poorsville, working the rest of your life type shit. And it's something that you can manage your way out of. As soon as you feel that discomfort, the tendency to think irrationally about it, your breath increases in its rate of inhale and exhale. You're starting to hyperventilate slowly. You don't realize it yet, but you feel it. You're looking around, your palms are sweating, you're irritable, you're hoping that nobody around you says anything to you. And worse off, if you're doing this at work, you can lose your job because of the way you're reacting. You're not doing your job already because you're trading, you're distracted, you're stealing from your boss, the company that's gainfully paying you with your employment. You're trying to play casino. And now you know you should get up from the table and walk away. And you are that Ferrari in neutral with the gas pedal floored, ready to go, but you won't do it. You won't simply let go of it because you think that that only will be a sign of weakness. If it would have moved in your favor after you got out, you would have said, see, I failed. I didn't hold on to it when I was feeling uncomfortable. I'm telling you, when you feel uncomfortable and it starts physically manifesting in you, you get out of the trade through partials or entirely. There is no shame in that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's how you coach yourself through growing pains. And it's also how you keep your account solvent. Because you will lose control of yourself unless you control yourself. The broker's not going to do it for you. Watching my videos, me talking to you right now, it's not going to do it for you. It doesn't do it for you. You can sit there and nod your head and say, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yep. And you're going to end up in a situation. And none of this is going to do anything for you. You might even remember me talking about it when it happens. You're like, shit, here it is. I'm in that moment he's talking about. Fuck ICT. I'm going in. I'm holding on to it. That's when regret comes in. And then what happens is the fear and anxiety about just getting out of it. And what if it moves in my favor? If I got out, I'll be wrong there too. Oh, is replaced with, I got to get it back. I got to get it back. Like I lost something there. I lost a potential profitable trade there. And I got to do it on the next one because that one wasn't right, but I got to go out and do it again in something else. This currency pair didn't do it. This one now is the one that's going to do it. Let me jump over here and do that. That's another reason why I tell you to focus on one or two pairs. Because if you have 28 pairs listening to people on Twitter that aren't profitable, teaching don't take partials, and they watch all these different markets, let me tell you something. I am not a genius, okay? I'm not a mental giant. I am aware that even if I didn't have the mental baggage I have, okay, I don't believe I could physically track 28 markets and realistically be able to do what I do. it's too many things to consider. So it's better for you to learn on one market, regardless if you're a Forex trader. And I know some of you are like, can you get back to Forex? I'll get back to Forex when I want to get back to Forex. I'm teaching students how to trade. And everything that I'm teaching here with E-mini S&P is applicable to Forex. It's all same thing. It's price. And the things I'm teaching you about managing yourself and the psychological lessons and money management and risk management and trade management, all those things are going to be factors that you're going to have to contend with, whether you're trading Forex, crypto, or whatever the hell you want to trade. You have to manage yourself. Some of you young people that are single, you're trading body fluids on the weekend and you can't control yourself there. You have to control yourself here. You must control yourself here. No one can help you with that. It's something that you do individually. You own it. And it's uncomfortable when you find out that you aren't as strong in the areas that you were expecting it to be. I'm going to know how to do this, and I'm going to pick the right trades. I'm going to pick the right order blocks, the right fair value gaps. I'm going to have no fear getting in the trade. Great. That's a good start. Now, once you get in there and it doesn't move for you, the real learning starts. How do you know when to hold on to the trade? See, all the teachings that I've done and all the lecturing, and I'm talking all the way back to 1996. That's when I first started teaching. That whole time, it is astonishing to me that folks don't ask how to overcome these moments. It's like they block it out. Like they know it exists in their own trading. And then by asking that, they feel like that's a weakness. They'll ask, how do you pick the right order block? How do you know when the fair value gap stays open? How do you know when market structure is really not a stop hunt? See, most of my students will ask questions like that because it's not something that's pointed. It doesn't take anything out of them or require a blood offering. Something that you had to go through in terms of uncomfortable misery, discomfort. It's like it's there, but you don't want to bring it up. That uncomfortable, I should get out of the trade. I don't know what to do. Let me move my stop. Let me take my stop off. Holding on to a loser. The folks that are here listening, you've had that. And it's uncomfortable hearing about it. You're like, man, can you get off this subject? It reminds me of an ex. I can't vibe with you when you're doing this. This ain't a vibe. This is growth. This is learning how to be impeccable with risk management, knowing yourself. Because all the entry techniques are useless. It's shit if you don't know how to manage yourself. If you can't recognize when the market is no longer likely to deliver where you need it to deliver, and it's more likely to hit your stop loss, you need to know what you're going to do. And it needs to be consistent every single time. You don't think about it. It's just a matter of when you touch something hot and it burns, what do? You retract your hand real quick, boom. Your brain is telling your arm, get your finger away from that hot ass shit right now. You don't even think about it. Your brain just says, there it is. It's second nature. In trading, as soon as you pick up that you're in a position that now is not high probability, and you're spending a whole lot of emotion, a whole lot of psychological equity, you're worrying about it. Whereas when you put a trade on, in the beginning, I'm not saying you won't have these feelings and these concerns about whether or not you're gonna be right or wrong, because that's normal. But eventually, when you know what your model is and you get experience doing it, you're not gonna be afraid to push the button. You're not gonna be afraid to put your stop loss there. But when you get into those positions where it feels like it's probably not going to pan out for you, the worst thing that you could be doing, the worst thing, is showing people that you're in that trade. And then it materializes. It's usually the guys that'll send me something. They got a trade on, it's already in profit. They have their stop loss, but they just put on because it wasn't on the whole time they had the trade open. You think I don't see that shit? I'm in there. I'm in the room with you. I know what you're doing. Okay. And you're just right before your limit order is taken or would have been taken. And then it's uncanny. It's uncanny how immediately that 1 minute chart starts consolidating and pulling back into a fair value gap that you don't expect. And now you're feeling it. You're thinking, shit, why the fuck did I just send that tweet to ICT? Man, I am flipping out here. I should have hit my target by now. He's watching me. Everybody else is watching me. The trolls are going to troll me now. What are you doing? You're not managing your trade. You're not managing your trade. And you're making your trade, my trade, Twitter's trade, and the trolls trade. And guess what? We're all winning. We're in a free trade. When you lose, it costs us nothing. When you win, it doesn't mean anything to us. We're neutral. We don't care one way or the other. Delta neutral. We don't have any. We don't care. But now you do more than you did before you sent that tweet. You've invited chaos, and it always shows up. It's never fucking late to the party. It's showing up no matter whether you want it there or not. You invite it, it's coming. And live streaming, when you can't trade and you're emotionally unstable and you're trying to have a vendetta, you're going to shit the bed. And you're proving it. You are a recipe for classic, toxic, unprofitable trading. Vinny. Just stop. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop lying and saying I've done things that I didn't do. Everybody sees I can trade. Everybody knows it now. But they're also watching you do more harm to your brand than you doing it to yourself. Just stop. Just stop. There's no need for what you're doing. Everybody's coming to my Twitter talking shit. Explain what I've been showing you. Explain what I've been calling beforehand. It's not cherry picking. I'm here just trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be Billy Badass. But if you want to be a victim of that, get in that Robbins Cup officially. I have no problem. I won't even badmouth you when I'm beating the fuck out of you in it. I won't even say nothing nasty. I'll just quietly just do it. That's not why I'm here this year. I'm here to let you know how to do this. And some of you are wasting the opportunity. You're wasting it. And you won't realize you've wasted it until next year when I'm not doing it. I wish I would have. Wish I would have is something you can't do anything with. And when you're trading and you have these tug of wars of knowing the probabilities have shifted, you do not open your stop up to take on more risk. If you've limited it by moving it up or down in deference to your trade, you stick with it. You've done the job as the trader. The analyst in you said, trim the risk. You executed on it. You rolled the stop. You've took partials. Now the analyst is queuing up and saying, hey, watch this. This is an area where it should be moving. Pay attention to it, because if it doesn't, you need to start taking the risk off or bail. That's the internal dialogue I'm having. Leaning on experience. I mean, I'm not hearing a voice say do this, but it's just, I'm trying to personify it for you so you understand the dialogue between how I lean on my own experience that serves me well and how I encounter that with opposition.